If there are technical questions, I'm going to pass it over to Lieutenant Philbrook as far as the investigation goes. We are still investigating some things. We're still executing some search warrants. So not everything is releasable at this time. No photos, none of the crash data, stuff like that. So anybody have any questions?
How's the family holding up, Chief?
Family, as expected. I spoke to Mr. Alexander last night, expressed our condolences. He was very thankful, but he's going through a grieving stage right now. He's in shock. His wife and the mother of the 3 kids do not have a mother anymore, so he's going to have to deal with that. It's very emotional. I can't think of anybody that would be sitting here or standing here right now wanting to go through what he's going through.
I know you kind of hinted at it. The level of irresponsibility that's being alleged in this case. Your thoughts on that?
You know, everybody makes decisions, and everybody has consequences for those decisions, and you know, it's just absolutely unnecessary in today's age for something like this to happen. There are so many rideshare options that if you need to drink and you need to get in a car, use those options. She was late for work and she was going back to work, and that's just what happened.
Chief, when you say she's going back to work, is it? Do you have any understanding or proof maybe that she was drinking on the job? Is this where the alcohol was consumed, or was it at home?
We don't know. I don't know if she was drinking on the job. I don't want to assume anything. She is a bartender. She did tell us her last alcohol drinks were about 1:30 in the morning, and then she went home and did some things. I find it hard to believe at 10 o'clock 10 o'clock that morning you're a 3-8. So at 1:30 in the morning, if you stop drinking, are you a 4 or are you 5? I don't know. You probably should be dead at that point.
There were also, from the report, most people around her, when she stopped at a friend's home and things like that. In these situations, people who see somebody visibly intoxicated get in their car. Is there any responsibility on their end?
You'd think they would have a moral obligation, to prevent that. But likely, Miss Escobar was a professional drunk, and she may have hit it very well. So who knows? Who knows? What we know is Tiffany did nothing wrong. Tiffany was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and this is an instance where a bad thing happened to a good person.
And the report indicates that not only did she wait for the green light, the witness behind her said they waited for the green light, but then she even waited a beat. So not only is this abuse of alcohol being alleged, this was running a red light, right?
Correct. We do have enough witnesses and information that she did run the red light, at high rate of speed. We're still calculating the specifics of the speed, but yeah.
Speed limit in there's what, 50?
50 miles an hour.
Do you get a lot of speeders through there, Chief?
That's a stretch where we do get some speeders, yes.
I mean, like, you give me an example. I mean, I'm sure you look at some of the citations. I mean, you have people that are approaching interstate speeds through there?
You got to remember, a lot of them are coming off 417, so they're traveling at high speed off 417. So if they're going westbound on 434, they kind of forget that the speed limit's dropped. And then you have people trying to get to 417 in a hurry. It seems like everybody's trying to get somewhere fast these days and not taking into consideration everybody else on the road.
At 3.8, in your experience, you could tell if somebody's drunk, but 3.8's way past the. What would be somebody's functionability at 3.8?
I'm not a doctor, so I can tell you probably what mine would be. We'll be laying on the ground somewhere. Very rarely, there's probably less than a handful of times and throughout my 27 years that I've heard somebody being that high. It's just not common, not very common at all.
Is her employer part of the investigation at all?
Say again?
Is her employer part of the investigation at all?
Not to my knowledge.
About how fast do you estimate she was going? You mentioned that stretch of about 50 miles per hour.
Above the posted speed limit. I'm not prepared to give an exact speed right now, but we know that she was traveling above the posted speed limit.
And Chief, DUI manslaughter, potential life in prison?
I don't know. I have been in discussions with the state attorney's office on this, and we're working together to make sure that everything is followed by law and that justice is served.
Chief, can you just share a message with the community? We're going into Memorial Day weekend. We've seen this tragedy.
Yeah, it's you kind of almost expect DUIs during Memorial Day weekend. You know, you don't really expect one at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. We will have extra patrols out there. I know Central Florida will have extra patrols out there, so don't do it. Don't drink and drive. No matter what you think you can do, it's not worth it. It's not worth taking the chance. Use rideshare. Call a friend. You know, it goes back to those decisions people want to make. Anything else? Anything in Spanish?
Can you comment in Spanish for press release or?
Do you have specific questions? I mean, I can have her translate in Spanish.
Okay. ¿Ella permaneció en la escena o se resistió al arresto?
Did she resist the arrest?
No.
No, no resistió ningún arresto.
¿Permaneció en la escena del lugar de los hechos?
Did she appear on scene, or did you guys arrest her elsewhere?
We arrested her at her house that night, last night.
La arrestaron por la noche ayer en la casa de ella.
¿Qué conocemos sobre esta mujer? ¿Es madre? ¿Dejó algún hijo huérfano? O sea, la que está ahora en la cárcel, porque sí conocemos sobre, lamentablemente, la que perdió la vida, pero la que quedó en la cárcel. ¿Qué hay? ¿Qué detalle hay sobre su vida que sea impactante y que a ustedes de cierta forma pues les inquiete?
So we know what happened with the individual who passed away. However, they want to know about the family life of the individual who was arrested. Is she a mother? Does she have any children?
Do you know if she has any kids?
I can't comment on that.
No, we don't know if she has any children. We do believe she lived with a roommate.
No saben de si tiene hijos o si de la familia de ella, no saben detalles específicamente, pero sí saben que ella vivía con otra persona.
¿Tenía algún historial previo?
Did she
¿Había
have,
estado ya anteriormente involucrada de forma grave con la ley?
was she involved prior to this, like with law enforcement? Did she have any prior arrests for DUIs or anything of the sort?
We don't know of any prior DUIs, but she has had run-ins with law enforcement in the past.
Sí. Ella ha estado en contacto con las autoridades en el pasado, pero no sabemos si es específicamente por estar manejando intoxicada.
Chief, what were those?
I want to say it's misdemeanor arrest type stuff, criminal mischief, traffic citations, stuff like that.
Understood, thanks.
Chief, was she aware of the magnitude of what she did? Like, in other words, when you put the arrest on her, was she understanding of or comprehensive of what she in fact did and ultimately had done?
Yeah, I believe so. I think she is still going through some shock that look what I caused type thing, and might have been a little surprised that we arrested her. Usually these things take some time, and you know, we work collaboratively with the state attorney's office and the investigations, and we got this done. We got this done, and hopefully justice is served.
Did she have recollection she did it?
I have not had a conversation with her to say that or not.
Just a clarifying question, the report, it mentioned it was the witness who fainted by the car?
No.
No?
No. It was one of the children.
Oh,
One of the children. Is that it?
Thanks, Chief.
I appreciate it. You know, just keep the Alexander family in your thoughts and prayers. If you have kids, kiss your kids. You don't know what tomorrow brings. All right. I will reach out to the family and see if they're willing to talk, and if they do, I'll let you guys know. All right. We're done. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
No. I'm getting it on the